The bantamweight division stacked. That was a clinic put on by Merab.
Hold on, I don't.
No. Let me finish the story.
All right,
Let me finish the story.
Would you say Merab is someone that you want to fight in the future?
I wake up, he gets back, and I'm like, yo, like, how was it? Right? And he goes, wow, you know, I didn't realize that my buoy wasn't in the water the whole entire time.
The break talk, you're taking it to another level. Better get ready with your host, Adam and Loretto. The dopest show that you ever heard, ever seen. The podcast about nothing and everything. Yeah. Break the break talk. Yeah. Break the break talk.
Joining us today, ladies and gentlemen, is the new UFC's rising star with a professional record of 9-0. Recently, just got a knockout on Dana's White Contender Series. Joining us today, Canada's own Cody Chovancek.
I'm excited to be here, guys. The studio
Thanks for
is
coming
unreal.
on. Thanks for coming on, man. I mean, first and foremost, like, we got to talk about that feeling. That feeling, Dana White sitting there looking at you, clapping on that knockout, and you got to tell us about how surreal that moment was for you.
That's something I've been dreaming of my whole life, you know? I always thought I'd get there, and just to be in that moment, it happened so quick. You're there for the fight, last 15 minutes, right? You get it, a highlight reel finish. You're looking at Dana, Sean Shelby, they're all clapping. That's how you do it, right? It's just, it feels like the mission's accomplished. You know, we got to the UFC, but there's so much more work to do. So I'm just excited to have the opportunity to represent my country, to go out there and show my style and show what I'm all about.
Yeah.
And give the fans what they want to see.
I seen you said something to Dana after that.
Yes.
What did you kind of tell him? Were you kind of just like...
So I actually was talking to Sean Shelby.
Okay.
I said, I walked up and I'm like, I told you, Sean, thank you for the opportunity. And I just kept saying thank you. You know, I was just so happy to be there and to have that opportunity. But every chance I got to talk to Sean Shelby, I took it. You know, I seen him, I think 3 times before. And every time I went up and I said, hey, I'm the next one up out of Canada. I'm ready for this opportunity to get me on Contender Series. And just shot my shot every time I seen him, you know. And then it came to fruition, got on, and sealed the deal.
Did you know that was going to be the fight of your, like, the biggest fight of your career so far?
For sure.
Like, you walked in there knowing, like, that was...
That's the thing, right? Like, you have a lot of pressure in that moment. Yeah. And it's just, I deal with pressure good. Like, pressure makes diamonds too, right? And I always thrive off the crowd. Like, I like having a crowd there. There's no crowd at the Apex. But just knowing that Dana White, Sean Shelby, Hunter Campbell, and these other guys are there watching you in that moment, I knew I was going to perform. So I perform better when the eyes are on.
Now that you got your 3-day, is a 3-fight contract.
3-fight contract.
So 3-fight contract. Do you feel like there's actually like a little bit more pressure now moving forward? Like, eyes are on me?
Sure. But I love the pressure, man. Let's go.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely it's a rewarding feeling too, though. Like, the outreach I've had over this last fight, and since I got that win, it's just been insane. You know, Canada has so many loyal fans, and just to feel like, I keep saying it too, like, we have such a talent-packed roster here in Canada, and to be one of those guys, the freshest guy out there, that got signed from Canada, it's unreal, and I just want to go out there and represent. I always knew I was going to get there, and now we're there, and it's time to make some noise.
That's awesome. I love to see it, man. It's so good to see, you know, so many Canadian athletes now, not just in the UFC, but everywhere. Like, I feel like something's different in the water now that Canada's representing on a different level, man. And
yeah, we're on the map.
You know, yeah, it's so great to see, man. We got your back, man. We're so excited for your future, man. And we're gonna dig into that a little bit today, but
I appreciate it, boys.
Yeah, man. I think we got some pretty high hopes over here. You know, going into the UFC 9-0, man. Like, that's some shit. You walk in with a chip on your shoulder, like, yeah, no one's fucking beat me.
Nobody's taking that either.
Yeah.
You know,
So,
we're gonna keep it going.
Yeah, so you're in the bantamweight now, and then, you know, talk a little bit about the division now. So
it's a stacked division, right? Like, I heard somebody break this down a long time ago. If you're like a professional athlete, like, you have good coordination, speed, whatever, power, and you're a bigger guy, there's chances are that you're gonna find another sport like the NFL, hockey, the NHL, or like sports where you kind of have to be bigger. But in MMA, there's a lot more smaller guys. You know what I mean? So there's a lot. It's a talent packed division. It's a super competitive division. So you get all those guys that we wouldn't make the cut for another sport like professional hockey or it's rare too, or the NFL. So then you get all these guys going to MMA or other sports. So the bantamweight division is stacked.
Yeah.
It's
You watched this weekend?
oh yeah, of course, man.
Yeah.
That was a clinic put on by Marab.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was gonna catch him in the striking, but that really changed everything. Sandhagen was doing a good job defending at first, and then once he got rocked, he almost got put out there too,
Yeah,
right? And then
that was close.
it slowed him right up. So
But Marab is insane. Like his
he's a
pace
beast.
that
he's a beast. I trained with Marab before in Vegas, and that guy's a beast. He can do it all. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say Marab is someone that you want to fight in the future? Is that someone?
I mean, he's the champ. That's what we're all building up, right? We're trying to climb those ranks to get there. I still got to prove myself and to even break the top 15. But I'm going to do that, and then if Marab's still around, then yeah, sure.
Still got some young blood in you. We got lots of time here. Yeah. Yeah.
I got a solid 8 years in the sport.
Yeah, absolutely.
27 now. I don't plan on fighting until I'm fight past 36. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how in the Contender series? So take me through that entire experience of the come up to. Obviously, you don't just have that one fight, right?
Yeah, there must be a lot of hungry fucking people.
Like those guys.
oh
are
yeah, that's
all
the opportunity,
fighting.
right?
Jeez.
You have to earn that opportunity. It's not like you can just say, "Hey, I want to get on Contender series." You have to earn that from being 5-0, 6-0, 7-0, 8-0. I thought we were gonna get on an 8-0 when I beat Gage Gill to win the unified bantamweight championship via calf slicer. I had people saying, "Oh, you're gonna get signed to the UFC. It's happening," or you're gonna get on Contender series. But the season was going on, so they probably filled that whole roster, right? So we had some time. We waited for an opportunity to do short notice, and but then it came. We waited probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 months to do short notice opportunity for the UFC. When I met your dad originally, it was in Montreal. I went out there to do short notice. There was 4 bantamweight fights, so 8 guys, right? If any of them fell out, then they said they were going to call me up to fill the spot. But that didn't happen. Nobody pulled out. So I was like, okay, I don't want to wait around anymore for this for something that might not even happen. So then we took another fight, my first title defense, won that, and then they called me for a Contender series. So you really have to earn that. It's not just given. And they don't want guys. They want exciting fighters, and they want undefeated guys.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of UFC athletes that have been coming out of the Contender series now. I think it's good for the UFC that they're they're breeding their own athletes in a lower division to bring up. I think Sugar Sean came out of there as well.
Well, they're taking the best prospects from around the world. On my episode, there was a guy from Poland, a guy from Korea, a guy from some guys from the States, a guy from Brazil. So they're taking all the best prospects around the world, and they match them up, right? I fought a guy from the UK, right? So they take all the best prospects, match them up, and see who wins. And if you win in exciting fashion, that's also another thing too, right? You have to fight in an exciting fashion or do something that stands out. If you go out there and you just kind of play it safe and you get the win, maybe you just take the guy down, hold him down, and you win, they're not going to sign you. They want to see exciting fights. They want to see your potential.
So that grappling style, that we see in that UFC, obviously with some of the bigger guys, we see them just kind of hold them down, control the round, the whole entire fight. That's not really a big thing in the Contender series?
No, it is. If you do it in an exciting fashion, there's a guy, I'm forgetting his name, but he fought 2 fights after me. I was in the crowd watching that fight. He was Daniel Cormier's guy. I don't know if you guys remember, but he went out there and just ragdolled the guy. Beautiful wrestling style, just ragdoll him. Got a guillotine finish, and they signed him too, right? So you can't have both styles. You have to just be exciting. If you just lay and pray and kind of play it safe, they see that. Everybody sees it. A boring fight when you see it, right?
Oh, we do.
But if there's a guy on top and he's punching and he's going for submissions the whole time, that's still exciting, even though it's grappling, right?
Yeah. Do you kind of look at some fights and you're like, this shit's boring? Like you watch some UFC on TV.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Because I know what it is like to be in there, and like you can tell when a guy's taking risk. Big risk, big reward, right? You got to kind of take some risks.
Yeah.
You know?
How would you play it safe? Like you're in the cage and like
I could play it safe by, I don't know, dancing on the outside. One fight that comes to mind right now is the Adesanya Romero fight, right? Like he kind of just played it safe, and like he's a good outside fighter, even though it's striking. He's just kind of playing it safe, waiting for his time. And
Yeah.
the crowd's booing. Or another fight, like you just see a guy get on top of a guy and just lay there. He's not striking. He's not attacking submissions, right? It's kind of boring to watch too, right?
Yeah.
So.
Chimaev did that actually.
Yeah, Chimaev did that. He was just a heavy blanket, just like.
But that was still crazy to see a guy go out there and do that at that level. Like the guy's champion.
Yes,
and he just absolutely dominates a guy like that. That's been the champ and has defended the title.
Yeah.
That's still crazy. It
But
just shows you how high level Chimaev
but
is,
those
right?
guys down there, like, I don't know what it is, but I don't know if it's like striking is the first thing they learn. Like, I think it's literally like grappling when you're young up until like however age you are, 14, 15. It's like, okay, then we might throw in striking. It's like grappling first.
Yeah,
grappling first.
You get a little bit of both there. Like it's mostly grappling, right? They have very good wrestling in Dagestan and in Russia, but then you get some guys coming from that area that are like very good kickers. They're like there's a guy in my division. I forget his name, but he's from Dagestan too. Saeed. I think his last name is Nurmagomedov too.
Yeah,
and
probably
he's a very good kicker, right? So you get some guys that do the Sanda, I think it's called, and it's like a lot of kicking, striking.
Yeah.
So
Ankalaev is probably the most strike heavy Dagestani in the UFC.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but
maybe Nurmagomedov. He's pretty strike heavy.
Umar?
Like he throws a lot of kicks. No, well, Umar too.
Umar
too is good
swings,
striking. But Saeed, he does a lot of kicks and he's a flashy striker.
I think when it comes down to it and the pressure's on them though, they go to what they know best,
Mm-hmm.
Ankalaev couldn't do that this weekend, but
right, like that's the thing. In camp, you're just working on the stuff that you're good at. You're working on your A game. And then out of camp, that's when you work on your B game. You try to learn new skills and just build that B game and learn new stuff. But in camp, it's focusing on what you're good at.
Yeah.
How do you prepare for like these fights? Like in the Dana White Contender series, like you're saying these guys coming from all over the world and different gyms and stuff like that. Like, is there like film you could like sit back and like kind of watch and like see how they fight? Like, how do you access that stuff? Like,
we just watch. We sit down with our coaches, we watch film, and
damn, y'all are like the NFL over there.
Oh, for sure.
Boy, they got to scout their fighter, bro.
You don't want to go in there blind.
Why don't you go in there blind? Like, it's just dumb, man.
Why would you go in there blind, bro?
Like,
fuck it.
At the same time, though, you have a point. Have a point because
yeah, that's how you don't get signed to the UFC.
yeah. But there is. I've learned that too, and you learn these things over time and having those experiences. Like for me, one fight, we studied a guy, and the guy hadn't fought in 2 years, right? So that's one example. The guy hasn't fought in 2 years. You're studying film that's from 2 years ago, or you can barely find film. So you're going to study that, and then the guy comes out as a completely different fighter. It kind of surprises you. Yeah. So just to now we study film, we take it with a grain of salt kind of too. Now when I go out there, I'm like I'm using my fight IQ and my eyes to see what's happening in the moment. And then when I recognize those things that we seen in film and studied for, it comes a little quicker, right? Like, okay, he's doing the jab, or he's throwing that long jab, or he's trying to go Williams guard. We studied for that. We know what to do in that moment. But if he has some new things that he's added in his game, it's not going to surprise me so much. Like, oh my God, I studied for this guy and he's doing something completely different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Is that part of like the natural instinct in you guys? Like how do you hold back from like an opportunity that maybe you see that's like not part of the game plan? It's just like, I could just fucking, go for a leg kick right now, or fucking a punch to the head. Like, but how do you like stay disciplined in a game plan where maybe you see an opportunity that, maybe you want to be greedy in your game plan, but you kind of just hold back? Like, how do you gauge like staying disciplined.
Listen
in
to
those
my
moments.
coaches.
Yeah.
Right.
You
Like,
hear them in the corner?
Oh yeah, you can hear them, especially at the Apex. I could hear them better than I've ever heard them before. There's no crowd screaming, right? Like I can hear them so clearly. But yeah, you got to be a realist too, right? Like, is this make sense? Like I could do a funky move or try to take a big risk and then end up on your back or something dumb, right? Like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm going to roll for a calf slicer. It paid off once. I thought about doing it twice, but it was probably a high risk move, and more risk you take, the more consequence there is if it doesn't work out, but there's also more rewards. So it's kind of like fast paced problem solving, right?
There's actually the GSP is one of them. Is some fighters actually talk about they hate like the thought of fighting and the come up and the nerves and stuff like that. Are you one of those guys that
No,
actually?
I love this shit, man.
You love it.
I love it.
you-
Like
you
I've
live
always
for
grown
that?
up loving fighting. That's the reason I got into this sport. It's the purest form of competition, and I just love to fight. You know, like I love fight night. I'm excited for that night, and you only get to do it 4 or 3 times a year, so it's just embrace that moment. But everybody's different. Like you get tons of different fighters I've seen. The way I break it down is there's three types of fighters. You got the actual fighters that like just love it, but they might not be an athlete or they might not be a mixed martial artist, but they can fight.
What do you mean
They
you might
got-
not be an athlete?
Well, say if you're just like, you probably met a couple of them guys that just like to fight in the street, but they don't have the discipline or whatever to actually do it. You know, like you got.
But those guys don't make the UFC.
No, but you can have a guy that is a fighter at heart, but then also train to be an athlete and take that discipline and to train twice a day and make sure everything is on point. And then you have a martial artist too. I'd say I'm like a combination of all three, but I was a fighter at heart from day one. And I had to train myself to be an athlete, and I had to train myself to be a mixed martial artist. And then you might have guys that are like killer athletes, but they're not fighters at heart. They kind of have to train themselves to be fighters. You know what I mean? Like they go through the nerves hardcore more than the fighter would, but he's already such a good athlete that, you know what I mean? It's different battles, and everybody's different. And so
you live for that shit.
Oh, it's the best. It's a
Yeah.
dream job, man. Like now that I can actually make a living. Now, well, for me, it's the dream job.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
I can actually do what I love. I think that's important for anybody. Whether, no matter what you're doing, to do what you love is huge, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm doing what I love, and I get to meet cool people like you guys along the way, and
Well, we get to meet you, man.
Yeah, we get to meet
You're
you.
the cool guy, man.
And you're knocking people out along the way too.
We just talk.
well, I think that's what makes it a little easier too, right? Like I was already a fighter, and so the pressure and the nerves, I know how to deal with them a little easier.
Do you do any like superstitions pre-fight? Are you one of those guys?
I've always rocked the same haircut.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not a couple fights, but like I've started doing this like hybrid mullet thing where I leave the back long, and
Nice.
I've just like let it rock for the last 5 fights. So we're not changing that up.
Nice.
But then after the fight, I'm like, all right, shave this shit off. Let's go back to
So you get a haircut
something
like right
clean.
before the fight, or is it
No,
like
it's like in fight camp.
In
Soon as
fight
fight camp, soon as I got that contract, I go to that cut, and then I just rock it all fight camp to the fight.
Yeah.
that's your only superstition, or you don't want to say the rest?
No, I don't know.
No weird shit?
No.
No, nothing crazy.
There is some weird shit out there.
Like what's out there?
Yeah. What's out there, bro?
Yeah, bro. What are you talking
Loretta,
about?
what are we talking
Well,
about?
I'm just I think there's some hockey players that don't change their underwear, they don't wash their jock, they don't wash some shit.
Yeah,
like
You
that's,
get
that's
fresh
like,
stuff. Like in Dana White Contender Series, that's the big difference too, is they give you all fresh gear, right?
So you don't
It's
even
not
have
like
an
you
option.
can't even wear your own stuff. Like they're giving you fresh stuff. It's
Have you ever fought anyone that like smelled like shit?
no, luckily.
Yeah, because
But
that,
I've heard.
that would suck.
Oh man, I would
You know what
try
I
to
mean? You're
knock
like,
him
Would
out
that throw
so
you
fast.
off? They just
I would
smell
just be
like
like,
shit.
let me get out of here, bro.
You get in the cage and you're
Yeah.
like, dude, you fucking reek.
There was a guy that did that though. He didn't shower for like weeks before the fight,
Shut the
just
fuck
to have
up.
like that edge.
I swear
And
that
just-
that, that
No
actually
way.
that's like
That
that
would
shouldn't
be
be
an edge.
allowed. That
all the
shouldn't be
guys
allowed.
that train with him too were like, bro, like you reek, dude. Like, what are you doing? Like nobody wanted to train with him, right? That's the thing too,
That's
right?
crazy.
Gym etiquette. Like you gotta make sure your fingernails are trimmed, everything, your toenails, clean yourself.
Yeah.
Like I've seen some guys that reek in training. It's like,
Oh
bro,
my God.
everybody, we'll be the first one to tell you.
Yeah. Adam's that guy that leaves the sweat marks on the fucking machines at the gym. 100%.
You guys are wiping down after, eh?
The
Yeah, I'm gonna wipe 'em
100%. There's
down.
no chance.
Because I'm the
he wipes
guy.
them
I'm
down.
the guy who like. Well, back in the day, like
When
when
you
I
sweating like profusely on that, and then you
For
just
sure.
leave
yeah,
it.
fuck. I'm
For the
sweating
next
now,
guy?
bro. I'm
Look at his
sweating
hair,
now.
You just
bro.
leave it for the next guy.
Yeah, fuck it, bro. It's a gym. You know?
That's so fucked up.
They got staff there to clean it up.
bro,
I
what the
guess. Eh?
fuck? Well, I'm the guy. Like I'd always wear like a sweater, right? I'd always be the sweater guy.
Mhm. Get a little extra sweat going.
No, it's like because when you get a pump, like it's like weird. Like, it's when I used
And
to
then you take the
bodybuild.
pump
yeah,
cover off,
yeah,
and then you're
exactly.
like, look at- you didn't see that underneath,
Yeah, yeah.
eh?
So you used to have the stringer underneath,
Okay.
and then you always because it was like that was a superstition for me. I was always have to have a sweater
What
on.
do you mean a superstition, bro?
I'll tell you why. This is a fact. You may know this because it keeps your muscles warm.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
So when your
For sure.
muscles are warm, your blood's warm. It's easier to get a pump as opposed to being cold.
Easier to get a pump and less
flow.
likely to get injured. In like training,
I didn't know that.
when it's cold, it's like, okay, we got to really do a good warm up. Make sure that you're firing, like sweating, warmed up. Because I fought a couple times where the warm up rooms are like real cold. It's hard to get going. And even in training in the winter, when it's cold, you got to make sure you get a good warm up because your muscles are going to stay a little tighter. You're not going to get as loose, so you're a little more prone to get injured, right?
Is it the same like warm up routine you do all the time? Like you're just jabbing?
Yeah,
or
I
is it-
really focused on that the last little bit. Like I think from what I talk to my buddies that are older than me, they say like going from 26 to 27 to 28, you really feel that. Like when I was, I don't know, 19 to 25, I could come into the gym and just go, like do a little warm up, maybe a couple high kicks, and
You're
I'm good to go.
Yeah.
But now it's like, okay, we got a regiment that you got to do to warm up, make sure the back's loose, make sure the legs are loose, loosen everything up before you get into it.
Well, an injury can set you back fucking. It's not even worth the time.
Your
man.
body's your moneymaker, right?
Yeah, you got to take care of it. How have you
100%.
realized, like in terms of taking care of your body? Have you gone to that next level? Like I know a lot of athletes nowadays are doing that stuff, and like you look at LeBron James, his longevity in the league, like it just comes down to taking care of his body.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's mad athletic,
For
but
sure.
really it comes down to
yeah,
taking
for
care of
sure.
his body.
But once you hit that age, right? Like I think that
Yeah, man's
27 to
40.
30 to 35, like those injuries take longer to heal as well. So yeah, you definitely got to do the extra things like nutrition and all that stuff. Like we hired a nutritionist. Shout out to Luigi.
Shout out Luigi.
He hooked me
Yeah.
up on my last fight there, and everything was on point. Made it for an easy weight cut, right? And then the other things, another shout out to my buddy Brett Store. He's like my physio guy. Whenever I tweak something, he makes sure everything's good to go again. We do the rehab and make sure the body's firing properly. So
Which is a huge thing, and especially in fighting. Like you said, your body's your moneymaker. But like, if you don't have these people around you that are like, helping you get to that next level, like, I mean, fuck, like, what are you supposed to do, right? Like, you need those people. Like, fuck, I can't imagine. Like, you need every single muscle in your body to fight. Like, dude, I can't even touch my toes.
Yeah, well, that's sad. But-
well,
Can
now
you?
in the UFC, they have guys that will also treat you for free and stuff, right? Like we were talking about it earlier, the UFC PI.
Right.
It's a performance institute. They'll take care of you, whether it's food. You go and pick a ticket up from the front desk and you bring it to the cafeteria. They'll cook you up whatever you want for free. You go to the rehab stations. They have like 10 to 12 physicians there working on fighters all day long. They have all the recovery things.
Yeah.
Like
That's
whether it's cryo, chamber, cold plunge, hot tub, sauna,
Wow.
all the extras.
So
right?
you're probably at a point right now where it's like, fuck, bro, like I made it, but it's also like I gotta go harder.
Yeah, for
you know?
sure. You
Like-
got to go harder. The competition's gonna get better, right? Like now I'm in the UFC. That's one thing to get to that point. But now the competition, there's killers from all around the world that are in there. You're fighting with the best fighters in the world, and you just gotta step it up. And
Yeah, I don't
And,
even think people know how like hard it is
well,
to fucking even like.
if you think about like how many people you think are in the NHL,
Fuck, how many people are
15 times 30. I'm not asking you to do the math.
but there's also that's just the first string guys, right? They have
Yeah,
second, third,
True.
all the way down. So there's a ton of guys in the NHL. In the UFC, there's 600 people like on the roster for how many divisions. It's super competitive, and they are cutthroat when it comes down to it.
They are so fucking cutthroat.
You gotta be on point. Like you can't be losing 2 in a row. They've had guys after losing 2 in a row, 3 in a row, right? So
Yeah, every fight's big.
yeah. But I'm excited just to get those bonuses, boys.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You're going
dude.
for those fucking bonuses,
I'm going for
eh?
those bonuses. I would get like if that was a potential fight where I could have got a bonus, I think I would have got a bonus with that last
for
KO.
sure. With that knockout, 100%.
Hit the guy with the overhand, hands up in the air, boom,
Yeah.
finish him with the left hook.
100%.
I would have went over and been like, Dana, write that check.
That's sick, though. I love, obviously, like, I'm a UFC fan, just like this fucking piece of shit is. But, like, I mean, to see those things in the UFC, like those knockouts and those like hungry fighters like you, like going for the fight of the night, knockout of the night, or whatever, you love to see it, man. You just you feel the fire.
Yeah.
What's in those the
Yeah,
athletes
for sure. Yeah. And like watching that Pereira Ankalaev fight, like that's a fan's favorite fight right there. Like
Dude,
that's
that
a dream.
Yuri fight before?
Yuri fight
Yeah,
too, man.
it was crazy.
That was
Yuri's
fucking
check too. I'm half
crazy.
check too. So shout out to fucking Yuri, man. Like that was an insane fight, dude.
That
it was crazy.
And he's so
wild.
unorthodox. People are laughing at him. He's doing all these
I thought
weird
something
training
happened with
sessions.
his leg. His balance looked a
Yeah,
bit
even
off.
Joe Rogan was commenting on that.
Yeah,
They were all like,
I-
something's wrong with his
I thought he
leg.
was
Something's wrong with
cooked.
his
I thought
leg.
he was
He
cooked.
is the craziest head movement. Like that, when we're talking risk and reward, that is big risk for big reward. He puts his head right there, hands are down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
was
was
saying
hit me,
that.
but he's moving off the center line the whole time. So it's not as easy to hit a guy that just doesn't have any head movement. When I'm training to fight a guy that has no head movement, I get excited because I'm like, okay, his head's gonna be there. If I can just block these first couple shots, I know he's gonna be in that spot. But Yuri, it's like you're swinging at air. I think like somebody, if they follow up head kicks behind that stuff, then they'll catch him. But I
Sure,
don't know.
dude.
I like Yuri, man.
Yeah.
He's checked too. I'm checked, so I'm half checked. So
All right, Cody. So I have to ask you, your nickname, the best fisherman in MMA. Is that true? Are you the GOAT?
100%. Show me another guy. Show me another guy, and I'll
So
show you
there
my
was
PBs
talks.
from muskie to striper to bass to walleye. You know, I'm like, it's like a little side mission for me too. It's always been my hobby. It's been an obsession for me since I was a young kid. I love fishing and love being in the outdoors, whether it's fishing, hunting, camping. It's my thing, you know. So when I seen these other guys saying, "Oh, best fisherman MMA," like
Yeah.
I seen what they're doing. I'm like, bro, you're going out with charters, and they're showing you how to catch fish. Like, I could charter people, you know, I could be the captain, but. So I had to take that name, bro. I would. I haven't heard anybody say anything else. They probably seen me saying it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, this kid's."
How do you check
legit."
someone's like resume for that? Like, what do you?
You
just
can
gotta
just
talk to
tell,
them.
bro.
You could just tell.
When you've done it long enough, you can just tell, man.
Do you think I fish?
Like how? Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Like I
alright.
think majority of people that live in Canada probably like to fish. Like we have such a. You'd be crazy not to. We have such a crazy opportunity. Like we live right on the Great Lakes, right? Like some of the best fishing in the world is right here in our backyard. So I think everybody should get out and take the opportunity to
Adam,
experience it.
you're a good fisher, right?
Not bad.
You want to hear a story about Adam fishing? He one time he got up early in the morning.
You guys are at a cottage?
Yeah,
or
we were at a
something?
cottage.
Yeah.
We were at a cottage. and-
Muskoka?
Near. Yeah. Huntsville. Yeah. Huntsville. He thought he was like, this fisherman, and he bought the dew
It was
worms.
a phase. It was a phase.
It was a big phase. And he got up early in the morning. He took an edible. And he
Bro,
went,
it was like 6:30. I didn't fucking eat. Like, hold on. I don't.
No. Let me finish the story.
All right,
Let me
go
finish
on,
the story. He took an edible. He got up early in the morning. He went fishing. He was like this big thing, like I'm gonna catch a fucking fish, big fish, this and that. So all right, and I'm sleeping, right? And I wake up. He gets back, and I'm like, "Yo, like, how was it?" Right? And he goes, "Wow, I didn't realize that my buoy wasn't in the water the whole entire time." I said, "Well, that's a great fisherman we got here, right? Like, I think it was a few hours you were out there. I don't remember exactly.
I was.
but-
Long story short, I was wanted to fish. I literally like came to this cottage to fish. I was on like a huge like fishing thing, like. Because I was like, I was just, when you go through like the
It's-
YouTube rabbit hole at
When
night.
when you're on the lake, you gotta.
Yeah. So
I'll take you boys out though.
I'm
I'll
down.
take you boys
I'm
out.
down. We
Show
gotta
you
do
some
that.
legit sport fishing.
I'm down.
You guys got to come down to Niagara.
yeah.
This is a prime time of the year to do it. On the Niagara River, you can catch rainbow trout, brown trout, salmon, walleye. Like there's a lot of opportunity.
Do you
Maybe
fish
we'll
with a
film a
buoy?
little episode too. I'm gonna start this thing, Octagon Outdoors, where I
Down.
bring out people and we're kind of doing like what we're doing right now, but we're just talking on the boat while we're fishing. I get to share the passion for fishing with other people, right? And I'll bring out, like I've already talked to them before, and they're down to do it. So I just gotta line it up with like Jazz and Mike and some of people's favorite UFC fighters and bring them out fishing. We catch some nice fish and we're talking about their career, kind of just shooting the shit like we are right now.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm so down. I honestly,
Everybody
I just want to do it for
I
a
bring out a lot of
competition.
people. They're like, oh, that was my PB today, personal best fish. Next time I bring them out, oh, that was a new PB. Next time I bring them out, oh, that was a new PB, right? So
Yeah.
I got it pretty dialed on the water, and yeah, it's for a good time. People say fishing's boring. You're not doing it right. You know, if you're out there and you're not catching fish for hours, yeah, I'd go home too. But I usually figure it out. There's always something that's gonna bite. You know,
Do you ice fish?
I ice fish too. Yeah,
Is that
Hey,
a little
Quinny.
bit different? Like,
yeah, it's different.
I feel like that's
because-
easy though, no?
No,
it in.
because
No.
like you set up
Put
at
it
a
in a
spot.
hole.
Yeah, but you set up in a spot and there's nothing around.
Move the
And then
hole.
Some guys just stay in a spot, right? Like you set up a hut and all this shit.
yeah,
You're just gonna stay in a spot.
You
got
set
your
up
heater
the hut
going.
and all that?
I'll move.
Oh,
I have
yeah?
a flip over hut, so it's
Kinda
easy
dope.
for me to just flip it over, drill a hole, fish.
Fuck.
Now I got live scope too, which
The fuck
is a
does that
game
mean?
changer. It's like the top of the line sonar.
So you see like
I can
underneath
scout. I can pan this thing
bro,
over
that's
like
fucking cheating.
yeah, but I just got it. I just got it.
All right,
Like
all
I literally got it right before my Contender series. So yeah, everybody that doesn't have it says it's cheating. So
Yeah, that's
But-
fair.
if you want to be competitive in like some of these tournaments, you gotta have it. Like that's kind of the reason I got it. I like to fish tournaments, and it's really stopped me from fishing some of these bigger tournaments because every boat has it. And like I don't want to be the guy out there just blind fishing. Like try to get lucky. You know what I mean?
Take us through like what's like the
Take you through a day.
No, like a tournament. Like
Okay.
you're like what's the how do you get a winner there? Like what the biggest fish by weight?
Yeah, so a lot of tournaments they go by 5 fish, right? It'll be so the ones I fish in the summer, it's largemouth tournament, really popular in the States. And you take your 5 best fish, best bass, right? They're bass fishing tournaments. You have to catch your 5 best, and it's an accumulative weight of those 5 fish is the winner. So my buddy Cooper Gallant, he's a professional bass fisherman. He fishes in the Bassmaster Elite. He's fishing against the best guys in the world. He has to weigh in those 5 bass. The biggest weight out of that wins. And like these guys are competing for like 100 grand.
Holy
And like
shit.
sponsors, like he's sponsored by Monster. And so like it's serious. Like once you
Wow.
get into like the actual tournament fishing, I don't fish any tournaments like that. Like they're just little local like beer league type style things. But it's big. Like people don't think it's as big as it is. It's a big sport, right?
Is there a lot of luck that comes with it, or you think it's like it's skill
For
as
sure.
well?
For sure. When you're, it's a little bit of luck too, for sure. But you got to go out and like figure out stuff too. You got to pre-fish these spots and know kind of where they are. The fish are always moving, so the guys are pre-fishing days ahead of the tournament, figuring out what works, what's not.
pre-fishing.
See that's
And
like
there's different
scouting an
techniques,
opponent.
right? Like
yeah.
if you go out and you're like a weekend warrior, that's what I call them, weekend warriors, right? You go out once in a while and you're like just casting a line. You're probably gonna cast the same bait for the whole time. Some days they're
See if
just
it
not
works.
on that bait, right? There's so many different techniques for every fish.
Are you a do worm guy, or is that just Adam?
It depends what I'm doing. If I'm pulling worm harnesses for walleye, yeah, for sure. But you got the red and white bobber going with the little worm
That's
on the
what
bottom.
he has. Yeah.
But I've only caught like sunfish.
I'll bring you boys out. I'll show
And
you
I
what's
caught a
up.
smallmouth bass one time.
There you go.
That's not bad, is it?
Prove that's not bad at all, man.
Yeah,
I love catching any fish, man. Some
Yeah.
guys, like some of my best fishing buddies that are hardcore about fishing, they'll go out and just target like little fish like that, like panfish, and try to catch the biggest panfish they can get.
It's like
It's not
like
for
a
me.
joke thing, like fun thing.
Well, it's yeah, it's fun and
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you eat fish?
Yeah.
Because some
Not as much
fishermen
as you
actually,
think.
some fishermen actually,
Oh,
just,
yeah,
they
for
don't
sure.
they don't eat
I have
fish.
a lot of buddies that are great fishermen and they don't eat fish. But
But-
like for me, growing up, like fishing my whole life, I ate so much fish before that it's just like, all right, we'll eat it like a couple times a month, you know?
I feel like it's cool if you.
I like
eat,
to give
what
it to
you
friends
catch.
and family and stuff too, right?
Yeah,
Like depends what I'm fishing for. Like I don't eat. I probably release like 80% of the fish I catch.
That's a
I'm
good
like a sport
fisherman.
fisherman, right? Like
Yeah.
it's just about going out there and catching, and I'm trying to catch the biggest of that species. Like try to beat that PB. You know what I mean? Like
wasn't it salmon season? Like
yeah, so I caught a ton of salmon this season. Not as like it was a good year, and different years are different too, right? Like one year the spawn might be really good and you got a ton of salmon rolling in, and then the next year they might not have a big return, so it's going to be slow. It just matters how many salmon are pushing in, rainbow trout, browns, whatever, right? So this year I had a pretty good year for the amount of times I got out, and then I got the live scope, which was awesome.
the cheat.
Which is it's a cheat code, man. You literally watch your spoon or your lure or whatever you're using fall to the bottom, and then you can see fish around. Like I could pan this thing over and see a fish 100 yards away.
What the fuck?
Or like wherever they are.
So it's
Could you identify what fish?
But
or,
like they're not always gonna eat, and that's the frustrating part about live scope. It's like, oh yeah, this fucker's not gonna eat, and or you watch him chasing your bait, and you're like, oh he's coming, and then he turns.
fuck.
You know, so it's also frustrating too, and but it helps you figure out what they want to eat and what they don't want to eat, right?
So you grew up like kind of outdoors, kind of your whole life.
Yeah, I grew up in Lambton County, so Petrolia. It's a small town. Nobody really knows it, so I usually say Sarnia, Ontario.
Gotcha.
But I grew up there fishing the St. Clair River, Lake Huron, and just always out there. My mom worked like right on the river as a caretaker. So I would go with her to work. She'd work like a 10-hour shift, and I'd be at the river for 10 hours just grinding it out when I was like 10 to 15 or whatever.
So is this like your disconnect from like everything? Like you just go fishing and
It's
shut
the
your
yin
brain
to
off?
the yang, right? Like fighting's chaos sometimes, but you go out fishing, it's relaxing. Like you hear a lot of fighters say they meditate and they find that zen. That's kind of like for me on the water. Like a lot of times I'll go out by myself, and it's just zen. Like I'm out there just doing what I love. I'm on the water. I'm thinking about fighting. I'm thinking about techniques. Sometimes I have the best breakthroughs in techniques or what I want to do when I'm fighting when I'm on the water, and I can just have that time to think to myself. You know, it's not no external factors. You're just out there doing it.
I feel like that's so important for fighters and athletes in itself. Like just to have that, like kind of like you said, that zen, just to shut down and just kind of like be in your own zone.
For anybody, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Like
sometimes life
guess.
is chaotic, right? You got a
I
lot of
know.
stuff, no matter what. If you're a businessman or you're working construction, you're in the trades, just to go out there and just find that peace and just chill out. It's nice to have a little break.
You used to work in the trades as well.
Yep. I worked in the trades like all growing up. It was pretty much all hands-on work. Where I come from, Lambton County, it's big blue collar area, right? So 80% of my buddies, they're all in the trades, Chemical Valley in Sarnia, working there, whether it's carpentry, process operating, like there's so many different trades. I'm not really getting into all of it, but I always worked construction, whether it was roofing, concrete, carpentry, working interior, exterior renovations. It was always hands-on work, and now I'm working with my hands in a different sort of way. But
yeah. They relate.
it's rewarding
really well.
feeling, right? Like building something, it's rewarding feeling. When I get the like little jobs around the house and stuff to still do, it's cool to do it. You know, it's rewarding feeling, and I have those skills. Like I don't like if I want to build, like I built a shed in my backyard, I built a big base, everything, poured the pea gravel, leveled it out. I didn't have to call anybody to come do it because I knew how to do it, right? So
yeah. No girl wants a guy that can't fucking do anything with their hands. You know what I mean?
You gotta hang this picture. All right, let me call a guy.
Imagine that. Imagine calling someone to hang a fucking picture.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, it happens though.
Yeah. That's
wild.
good though. Do you think the trades helped you get to where you are now
For sure.
in your fighting career?
For sure, because it just builds that mentality of hard work, right? Like it's just different hard work. Like you're going to work, you got to put in hard work for 8 hours, and we're putting hard work in the gym. It's just different, but it's the same mentality. It carries over. I think those attributes you learn in construction or from the trades, they're lifelong attributes that you're gonna hold, right? Like, yeah, it's huge.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of people need to understand that too, and
And
just-
it's a great way to make money right away, right? Like,
Absolutely.
You could go to college. I know so many people that went to college or not even college, but university, and they took some stupid degree and they're not making money now, right? Or like they couldn't find a job doing that and they just
Very
put
common.
themselves in a crazy amount of debt to do something and they're not even using that degree they learned. Or you could have went to skilled trades college or went to some type of trade school and learned while you're getting paid as an apprenticeship and then boom, you got your certificate. Now you can work anywhere in the country. You're going to get work right away. You can work. It's flexible, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And then you become your own boss, right? You start looking for work and, you start with family, friends and, do a little side job here, side job there. And you slowly build yourself.
Let alone the side jobs, man.
Yeah,
Once you
man.
learn,
Yeah.
that's the biggest
That's
thing.
what I
Once
was gonna
you
say,
learn
too.
a skill,
Yeah.
bro, whether you're licensed or not,
Yeah.
like obviously prefer to be licensed.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like you go and you help a buddy out, and the next thing you know, you're referred to his fucking neighbor, and then you're doing his neighbor's pot lights, and then it's a snowball effect.
That's
right?
what happened with me in roofing. I was working for a buddy. I was roofing. I was passing out shingles at first because I didn't know how to do it. And then you slowly learn. And then I became a shingler and then okay, moved on to the next trade. But I know how to roof still. I worked on a couple side jobs, lined it up. Boom. That's just profit for me. Or concrete. I did concrete. I learned that. You don't start out doing it right away. You got to learn, right? Take the time. And now I could go pour a pad or whatever if I needed to, right?
And you always have that. No matter what happens, you always have that to fall
What are you
back
saying
on.
is going to happen to him? He's not.
No,
gonna
I'm just saying
From the UFC to
construction.
concrete.
No,
That'd be a good side gig, though.
No, I would. It would.
No, but construction's one of those things is that AI is not going to take over. It's not like he did
Nah.
graphic design before and AI is
Yeah.
already taken over all those fucking jobs.
That'd be graphic design to the UFC. You don't see that.
No, you don't see that.
Those
You don't
motherfuckers
see
don't,
that.
use their
Conor
hands.
McGregor used to be a plumber too.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Yeah, he talks about it horrendously. He's probably the guy that couldn't hang.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
yeah.
100%.
He's like, I'll go. He was
Yeah.
probably the coffee guy or whatever. you know?
Yeah. He
Probably
said.
snap.
He said one time. He's like, I
It was
just.
horrendous.
Yeah.
I couldn't do
He's like, I drove to work one time and I didn't want to be there, so I left, and then I just fought.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh fuck, man, this guy's not showing up or whatever, you know.
He would definitely be that guy.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, that guy-
It's not for everybody. It's hard work, right?
It is.
And you got to take a little criticism. You guys know how it goes in the trades world. You get chirps going back and forth all
Oh,
the
yeah.
time.
You gotta have thick skin.
You gotta
man.
have thick
You do.
skin, and you gotta be able to work hard and learn. Right? You can't. I've worked with guys that think they know how to do everything, and then it just ends up
I feel like everyone's working
screwing
with
up
that guy.
stuff. You know?
Yeah.
It's come on, bro.
Yeah.
You got to be able to learn, and that's the same in mixed martial arts.
Yeah.
You take those skills, and you got to pick the guy's brain that knows better than you.
Let's talk a little bit about your gym, Niagara Top Team. Obviously, Canada's growing rapidly in sports, UFC. You touched on that. Jasmine, Mike, Jasmine's
Big fights
fighting
coming
for
up.
yeah.
Shout out our boy Mike and our
Jesus
girl
Christ.
Jazz, man.
Big shout out.
Absolutely.
Killing it.
Yeah, so Jasmine's got a fight coming up 2 weeks, around that? A week?
Yeah,
weeks, yeah.
October 18th. Same with
18th,
Mike.
yeah.
They're
2
fighting.
weeks.
So Mike as well. It's crazy how much you guys are not only putting Canada, but that gym alone is it's everyone's coming out of Niagara top team. That gym must be special, right?
Not only Niagara Top Team, we got a ton of talented guys in Niagara Top Team, but just Canada in a whole. We got a ton of talent here. I loved watching the predictions for my fight, these betting guys or whatever. They're at home DIY analysis of fights, and they're on YouTube, and they're oh, he's coming out of Canada, and kind of writing people off. that are coming from
I
Canada.
have done that.
But you're gonna see, bro. There's a ton of talent here, and just to have more people in the UFC coming from our country, it just builds that confidence more. When I was coming up and I seen Jazz and Mike get in the UFC, it was a huge thing for my confidence. To it just reassures that we're doing the right work in the gym, we're doing the right thing here, and we can make it happen out of NTD. We can make it happen out of Ontario. We can make it happen out of Canada. It's just going to be that much better for guys coming up.
Do you guys kind of feel that kind of now the guys that are maybe not in the UFC that are at your gym, obviously once they see a guy like you or a guy like Mike or Jasmine, when you're kind of coming up training, you're like, oh my God, like, Cody he signed, and it kind of just builds more of that fire for the young guys coming in.
That's what I would say to the guys, like when I seen, like Mike was already a killer when he came to us, right? He had like a ton of background, training and just an overall killer. And then he honed his skills more at NTT. Jazz was born off the mats at NTT, from the beginning. She made it happen from NTT. I made it happen from NTT. Yeah, I had a little bit of amateur experience before that, but that doesn't really mean a whole lot. But just to make it happen off those mats is huge. So those guys can see it. They train with me every day. Now they know, like, okay, we can do it too.
Absolutely.
It's just putting in the work and just evolving and just trying to be 1% better every day. And this sport's hard. You're going to have days that are great and you're going to have days that are shit. And just finding that balance. But the biggest thing I'd say for guys, like fighting physically, like you can do everything. That I wouldn't say that's the easy part, but just making sure you're physically on point. But fighting's a huge mental thing. For me, coming up, I kind of experimented with a lot of different mentalities. Like, okay, I'll be fired up in this fight, but then the fight IQ might not be there, right? You want it too much. You're trying to knock this guy out too much, or trying to be too calm, right? You don't want to be too calm either, because then you don't have that edge. For me, it was like a balance of everything, and I had to figure that out. And that's what I would say to up and coming guys is like, you got to figure out what that mentality is for you. Everybody's going to be different, but you have to find that balance. For me, it was like, okay, being calm, still thinking about our game plan, having good fight IQ, but also having that edge, right? Like, I'm trying to take this guy out. When I walk through that cage door, it's either me or him, and it's going to be me. So, like, we're going to be aggressive too. It's a balance, and that's, I think, the biggest part. It's the mentality.
That's sick. Yeah, honestly, it's so cool to see, because that gym, like Niagara Top Team, you guys are like encouraging each other. You almost have that vibe in the gym where it's just like you're making each other better.
It's like family.
Yeah, like like Jasmine just hit the top 5. And Mike's fighting now in the top 15, man. It's so awesome to see. And now I'm so excited to see, your career and how these things pan out. But man, I just see like a trajectory just going up and up and up and up for you guys.
And it's just better
man.
for Canadian MMA.
Absolutely.
Right? The more people you get there, okay, now they have to do more shows in Toronto, Montreal, Vancouver, Saskatchewan. Maybe they'll go back to Alberta, like it's just going to be better for Canada as a whole and for the up and coming guys, because they're going to need to fill the early prelims, because they're doing a card here now, because we have Jasmine, she's a champ now, or this and that, right? So it's great for a whole, as a country. Yeah,
you love seeing the Canadian American like rivalry. Like I remember when Mike fought Radicki. There was actually like between all the tariffs and shit that's going on right now, like there was actual beef between not Mike and Radicki, but I mean between the Canadian fans and the American fans.
Radicki was chirping.
Oh, he was chirping
Mike
so
just
hard.
Went, like Mike
he was locked in.
Yeah,
like,
he was locked in. He didn't give a shit what the guy said.
He didn't give a fuck what anybody was saying.
That was a beautiful performance.
Yeah, and then he goes out there and just knocks him out, puts him to sleep after all the shit he was talking. It was amazing.
Great. Mike's a better man than me. I would have been mocking him back right after. But
but you seem like you were saying before with the balance, like going into a fight, like now you're gonna start hitting up like press conferences and shit like that. And you know how that goes where people are like chirping.
It takes time, right? Like anything, you get better at it the more you do.
Yeah.
So
are you like a chirper, or are you more like a?
But if the guy wants to chirp, sure, we'll go back and forth. Nice. I learned that when I was working trades.
Yeah,
the workplace, right?
It's gotta be fast on the spot.
You do gotta be fast.
Yeah, if they want to get into it, sure. But I like to be humble too.
Yeah.
But if somebody wants to get into chirps, we can do it.
Yeah, I think it's always.
I
just
back
like
it up when I fight. Like I'll talk to people when I fight. I didn't do it my last one, or even the one before that, but I have done it before where we'll chirp in the fight. Like, or I'll talk to him. And well, I remember doing it the one fight. It was at my third pro fight, and Buddy kept stomping my knee. So I was like talking to him in between rounds. I'm like, yeah, you want to stomp my fucking knee? Let's go. Like, come on, bring it. And then I knocked him out like 10 seconds later. So it's like,
it's gotta be the most
right?
humbling experience ever.
Have you been knocked out? Like not?
No, never.
Like not even
Knock
sparring?
on wood, bro.
No,
Wow. It's 9-0, man.
Never in training, nothing.
Oh
I've
That's
been choked
crazy.
out once in training. Yeah, once in training, and that sucked. But it's
Have you
not
been,
as
like-
bad as like getting knocked out, I'm sure.
No, but have you
I got a
been
fucking
like
chin,
rocked?
bro.
Yeah, your chin must.
Oh
be.
yeah, you've been rocked for sure.
but
for sure.
nothing, eh? Nothing. Wow, that's crazy.
You want to try?
No, I'm good.
Yeah,
man.
you wanna go,
I'll just bet.
Wanna put it to the test?
Yeah, stick to bet
Yeah, we'll
365.
take it.
Yeah,
I'll
dude.
bet the house on myself right now.
That's fucked.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, it's a crazy sport, eh?
Yeah, it's
And I always say that after my fights. I'm like, this is a fucking crazy sport, man. To
It
go
is.
in there and like it's just you and another guy, purest form of competition, right? There's no other teammates involved. Yeah, we go in as a team, my coaches are there, but whatever I do is what happens in that moment. So if you fuck up, it's on you. That's what the whole reason I love that sport, because if I fuck up, it's on me, you know?
and you pay for it.
And when I do something great, it's on me too, though,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But my coaches and everything too, the work that gets put in. But it's crazy sport. Every
Yeah.
time you go in there and it's just like, wow.
You sign your life away. You sign the guy's ready to kill you.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I'm ready to kill, but killing's the easy part, right?
Yeah, this is
Being
no
willing
offense,
to die
but
is the hard part.
I always say like this, like MMA fighters, you got to have some up here where
Yeah,
you're
you
fucking.
gotta be fucked.
Yeah.
up
You're
a
you're
little
you're
bit.
ready
sure.
to like
Yeah.
you're ready for fucking battle, man.
For
I don't
sure.
want to word it badly because I
For
don't want to
sure.
get my ass beaten, but
Sure. I seen a cool
it's fucking crazy.
I seen a cool quote. And it, like, if you think about the most intense thing that you could do right now, like, or like a job, what would that be if you guys were to think of it?
Most intense thing,
Mhm.
probably like a job that I think of is probably like swimming with like great whites or some shit like that.
A job?
Yeah,
Who's
man.
swimming with great whites,
Nah,
bro?
underwater filmers.
I
bro.
legit, yeah,
Like-
but they do their precautions. They're probably
Oh, I guess
like,
you're a fish. You're probably
think
not
about
scared.
like
I'm
a
scared of that shit.
legit job like that is a common job for somebody.
I mean, being a police is fucking.
Oh yeah, please.
right? Police, army, right? You're going in.
This guy says fucking shut up.
You're in the army though,
Well,
bro.
you said a job. That's a scary job.
Okay, but you're going.
What
in
about the
Like
police?
you're getting stationed
Yeah,
in
that's-
Afghanistan or something, right? You've trained
Oh,
to do
okay,
that.
yeah, that's.
I
Scary.
seen Corey Sandhagen actually talk about this, and he said,
UFC's way more scary than that.
"No,
No.
that's
Hell,
life or death, Garrett.
bro.
Like, you know how many people
Okay.
die in war, bro?
Now, not that many.
Yeah, you're getting drones flown at him and shit
Yeah,
now.
but hold on. Where am I? What?
Okay,
What?
but just think, you're going in, you got to raid a spot, whatever. You're kicking in that door. Their mentality is it's either them or you,
Yeah,
right?
actually, yeah.
because the guys are shooting back at you. Now I'm trying to carry that mentality into the cage too. When I go through that cage door, it's either them or me. And I heard Corey Sandhagen talk about that, and I'm like, that's actually, like, that's probably the most intense job you could do, is like going into war and knowing these guys are trying to kill you. It's not like a fight, like somebody dies in MMA. I don't think there's been one yet, but like
No.
that's the most intense shit you could do, I think.
Yeah.
So just trying to carry that mentality over, it's like either them or you. And I think that's a perfect mentality to have, because that's exactly what it is. These guys are trying to knock you out, choke you out, beat you for 15 minutes, 25 minutes, whatever it is. And I'm trying to do the same, but it's not going to be them. It's going to be me. Right?
Yeah,
Fucking
that's the
right.
mentality, man.
Fucking right.
Did you have any like UFC fighters that you kind of like grew up on watching, or any
Oh, yeah,
favorites?
McGregor, prime McGregor. It's so cliche to say, but like when I was coming up as an amateur fighter, he was like prime McGregor 2014 era, right? Like when he was just killing it 2017, like he was just untouchable. And to back it up, he was backing it up and making it happen. That was the coolest thing, right? Like you got guys that talk shit and all this stuff, but then they go and lose. But he was backing it up in that era, you know, in that
Mhm.
time.
Even when he broke his leg, he's like, "Your wife's in my DMs."
But that was like
Past prime.
that was like changed
Yeah.
McGregor though, right?
Yeah.
Like back early McGregor, he was
like
the
Eddie
man, and
Alvarez, Jose Aldo.
the things he was saying. I listened to so many of his old speeches or whatever on mentality, and that was the era.
Yeah, where
you know?
he's like, if you can see it here and you can speak
That's
it.
like
I've
one
seen
thing,
that.
but
Yeah, it's
his
crazy.
little plumber thing too. He has
Yeah.
some good quotes from that, and yeah, that one with he's a Canadian guy that actually interviewed him for that. Robin Black.
for that. Yeah. The Break Talk podcast is brought to you by Skilled Trades College. Looking to get involved with the trades but don't know where to start? Where can you find all the info, Loretto?
Head over to skilltradescollege.ca and get the skills to pay the bills.
All right, Cody. So I want to ask you a little bit about Gregor Gillespie. Essentially, he was the guy for the best fisherman in the
He came
UFC.
up with the title. He wasn't really the best fisherman in MMA. Once I came into the scene, it was game over. No, but
chance?
I actually respect to Gregor Gillespie. Anybody that wants to fish and getting outdoors, I have a little more respect for those guys too because they're like me. You know, I love that shit. So, but when I seen him saying that, I'm watching him fish. It's like anything. If you seen a guy fighting and he was I'm the best fighter in the UFC and he's not the best, you can obviously see it. I could see it in fishing, but I know I'm pretty confident to say I'm the best fisherman in MMA, you know.
So
unless somebody else is gonna come out of the woodwork, and I'll fight or fish to prove that any day of the week.
Both.
You want to go let's compare PBs, personal best, what's the biggest fish you caught in any species in the fresh water.
So what's your biggest fish?
So my biggest muskie I got last year is a 52,
Okay.
which is a big muskie, right? 52 inches long. My personal best walleye is the 32-inch walleye, which is a giant walleye. It took me a long time to catch that, and I caught it ice fishing actually. And striper is a new thing for me. I went out after my not the Contender Series fight, but the fight after or before that. I went out east to New Brunswick. I towed my boat all the way out there, 14 hours out there. Caught a ton of small ones. We ended up going to Nova Scotia, and I caught a 37-pound striper, which nobody's seen yet. I haven't posted it or anything because I'm planning on that being the first episode of Octagon Outdoors, where you get to see me fish and talk about fights, and I'll bring other fighters on there, right? And we'll shoot the shit just like we are right now on the boat.
Yeah.
While I'm putting you guys on fish. But pike, 40-inch pike, smallmouth, a 6.5-pound smallmouth. There's a lot of different sport fish I've got after perch, a 15-inch perch, largemouth, a 6.7-pound largemouth. It's my PB. Yeah, there's
What
a lot.
about you, Adam? What's your
What's your PB, bro?
Uh,
We'll break those PBs though when I bring you
yeah,
boys out.
honestly,
I want to do
just
this.
come out. I'm
Yeah.
You guys gotta
Yeah.
make it happen, man. I'm telling you, I'll have a great day.
No, we're in.
My buddies
We're in.
my buddies that run charters. Shout out to them too. They're doing it. King Sport Charters, two of my good buddies. King Sport Charters, I think. Or Sport Fishing, sorry. King Sport Fishing. King Slayer, that's what it is.
King
Slayer
King
Sport
Slayer.
Fishing. They my buddy Devin and my buddy Connor, they run a charter and they bring guys out. They're two of my good fishing friends. So if you guys want to experience that, some of the greatest fishing on Lake Ontario, you can go out with them. I'm eventually going to get my charter's license and start doing that as well. And I'll bring people out when I have time, but I don't really have time. It'll be a rare thing. It'd be okay, one Sunday I can do every couple months or something, you know? But I catch a lot of fish. I bring people out all the time and they break their PBs. So
is that guaranteed? I'll catch something big better than a smallmouth bass?
guaranteed.
Guaranteed?
He's looking for an odds, if
yeah,
it was on
the
Bet
best day
365.
And that's
what's
the thing
his
with
odds
fishing,
here?
right? That's the thing with fishing. It might not, you could know what you're doing. You know the water, you know the lake. Sometimes the fish they're just not on. It all depends. There's a lot of other external factors that people don't think about, like weather, barometric pressure, the time of the year, all these things, right? I have a lot of people that are I want to go fishing at noon today. And it's
At least I know
hot
that.
as fuck. You're probably your odds are not good. Your odds are best in first thing in the morning or in the evening.
Yeah.
So when I bring people out, I try to get them out there early in the morning.
Yeah, absolutely. I say we do it.
Oh yeah, well I'll bring you boys out. It'll be a good time, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the best fish you caught?
You know what?
He's
Yeah,
like,
this guy's fucking-
he's listening. He's
can't even
waiting
name
for
it.
no,
this one.
there's some young pictures of me holding some bass.
Yeah, that you caught.
What type
Yeah,
of
yeah,
bass?
No, I did.
Largemouth
At a
or
family friend's
smallmouth?
cottage. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you.
Smallmouth.
I couldn't tell
Smallmouth
you.
bass. Probably
What the fuck do you
pulled it out
know?
of the tank.
Hey, smallmouth or with the sought after ones?
Oh,
though.
damn right. It was smallmouth.
Yeah.
That's what I caught.
No, you
I
didn't.
No,
worked.
I did.
So my one sponsor, Eating Wild Podcast, it's another podcast. They talk about fishing, hunting, cooking, my buddy Antonio Maleka, he's a celebrity chef. So he cooks for all the TV shows and stuff, and they're hardcore into the outdoors. So they've been a sponsor of mine for a while. They sponsored the CISA Bass Open. So this is a bass fishing tournament like we were talking before. Your 5 best bass for $50,000 in Kingston. So you get all the best guys coming. And it was only for smallmouth, right? Like they were catching smallmouth, but they had crazy bags, like 30-pound bag the one day. So you divide that by 5, right?
I've heard you can like, I don't know, obviously I don't do it in the competitions, but they like cheat. You
Yeah,
can put
like
something
you're
in
I
there.
saw that one
You're a
time, and then they
scumbag,
called them
though.
out because
If you're
they cut
cheating,
it
bro,
open.
you're
Yeah.
a scumbag.
Okay, but how do you
Like-
cheat? Well, how would you?
Okay.
Why do
you
you want to
could-
know, man?
No,
There's a lot of ways you could cheat.
just let me know.
There's a lot of ways you cheat. Guys cheat by going out like the following day or the days before a tournament and they catch like giant fish and then they put them in a cage and then they'll go put it out in the weed beds or something. And then tournament days, they rip out there, grab those fish out of the cage, and then boom, there's your bag. And they've had 3 days more fishing time than anybody in the tournament.
See, that's fucking
The
bullshit.
one you're talking about, the guy stuffed the fish full of weights.
Yeah,
that's what I saw.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that guy.
And those guys made a killing in tournaments, dude. They were sponsored by like all the big names. I think their like the amount of money they made was like over $1 million in tournaments.
That's crazy. Did
Wow.
that ever get pulled back or no?
They got some jail time, like small amount of jail time. Their licenses revoked and stuff, but and a big fine, I think.
Yeah, that they could pay off
But
anyway.
your just name is tarnished for the rest of your life, right?
Yeah,
Like,
that's bullshit.
even if
Especially
you
in a
get caught
sport like
cheating
that.
once, like yeah, it's fucking fishing,
Yeah,
bro.
what are you
Like why are you
doing,
cheating,
man?
dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, to cheat
Yeah.
fishing, man, you gotta
Yeah.
be low.
It's like you see a guy pop for steroids too.
Yeah,
It's just like, fuck, man, you're cheating. Like, this is a sport where you could kill somebody in MMA, and
True.
you're going to do steroids that affects the outcome, and it just tarnishes your legacy, too, right?
It's true.
So,
what's like the PED policies? Obviously, I'm assuming it's super strict, but like,
they're great, man. Like, with the UFC, how they set it up, they have a whole UFC doping agency. You got to let them know where you're going at all times kind of deal.
so
Like,
do they like
I
randomly?
had to let them know I was coming here to do the
Really?
podcast. Anytime you're an hour away from your house, you got to let them know because they can come test you anytime.
So they can just pull up here and test.
Pull
it.
up to your house 11 o'clock at night, 5 in the morning, whatever.
What does he ask for?
Pull up
piss?
to you at the gym. Yeah, piss test. Make sure that you're not. They'll surprise you with it so that you can't.
Yeah,
like,
structure it.
Oh yeah, it's this date. I'm just gonna not do juice for whatever amount of time.
Yeah.
And I think that's great. Like, I wish in the regional scene they had tests as well
Everyone's fucking
because
juiced up.
they could be.
Yeah.
But the thing is, once you get to the big show, now you can't juice. So that's gotta fuck with guys' heads.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're great. Like they did the whole onboard UFC anti-doping agency thing when I was in Vegas the first time for the film rehearsal and all that. And it's just reassuring to know that I'm not competing against guys that are on juice.
Yeah. It's so funny because like I was telling you earlier, like I did like a bodybuilding show like
Mhm.
last summer, and it's the complete opposite.
Oh, for sure.
It's who can take the most
sure.
juice.
For
And it's
sure.
like it's funny, like you're backstage with the guys, and it's just
Yeah.
like, yeah, bro, I'm on this and this and this. Oh, bro, up that to this. And it's just like literally, it's just like a drug fest.
That being said, I think it would be cool if they did like they were talking about doing like the enhanced
fuck
games.
yeah.
Well, they are doing that.
Like,
They are-
okay, give
No,
these guys
they
as
are-
much juice
yeah,
as they
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
want.
they're
Yes.
doing that though.
Yeah,
they're
like-
doing that.
yeah,
It's like
like,
a
I wanna
summer
see
game.
That
What
would
is
be
a human body
fucking sick.
possible to do, even though it's all juiced up? Like all these guys are juiced, whatever. Fuck it.
I honestly think, I'm telling you, like, I don't think it's that big of a difference, not in terms of muscular size. It's the endurance PEDs. All these different endurance and peptides.
Yeah, like what
these things
that
make a big
biker got
difference.
caught for, right?
Yeah, he got caught for.
Wasn't the blood thing? Wasn't that?
No, he
Yeah,
got
it
caught-
was.
I forget what
What
is.
it was.
It was
It was. He was doing.
It
He
was,
was pumping in like different blood to his fucking body.
more red blood cells.
Yes,
so the
yeah,
oxygen can
yeah,
take more. I
yeah.
forget what it's called. EPO.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that. I
It's the same
couldn't-
thing Buddy got caught for in the UFC.
Who, Jones?
No,
There you go.
Dillashaw.
TJ?
Mhm.
Yeah.
EPO. Right, it just gives you better cardio.
Yeah.
Right, more
that
blood
would be
cells.
the biggest. That would be the biggest thing. Like if I were to take anything, hypothetically, I'm in the UFC, and I would take something for endurance because
Mhm.
that's like the biggest thing, right?
Well, you're not allowed.
I'm
Yeah,
just
you get
saying,
popped.
I wouldn't
it's-
take
Oh, yeah,
Tren. Like, what the fuck would that do? Make me more mad? Like,
A lot of things these guys are getting popped for are they make you recover faster too, right? Like common things, Ostrian,
SARMs. It's a SARM.
swarms, right?
Yeah.
And then you just
Austrian.
are able to train more.
Yeah.
Right. Your body's you recover faster and you're
I
able to
took
train more.
SARMs.
Now you can get you're gonna get more sessions on a guy.
Yeah.
Right. If I'm going in and I'm like 3-4 sessions in a row, just banger sessions.
Yeah.
Those next days your body's gonna feel beat.
So the thing about SARMs, why it was so common in the UFC and these sports, is because SARM stands for Selective Androgen Receptor Modulator. I know it sounds fucking scientific.
Yeah, that's
I know, but the
4
whole
words I've never heard in my life.
but the
That's why I
reason,
fight, bro.
yeah, the reason why they take it is one, it doesn't affect your hormones as much, so it's a little bit harder to detect, and two, it doesn't have these crazy side effects, right? So if you need to hop off quickly, it can get out of your system.
That's the
quickly.
scary thing, though. Eh? Like, the
Yeah,
side
I'm
effects,
telling you, man. Yeah,
Like, I've seen some guys, and not saying any names, but like years ago, or training all over the world. I've trained everywhere, right? And not everywhere, but a lot of places. And you see guys that you probably know are on juice.
For sure.
And their fucking back is like a pizza. It's like,
yeah,
is that worth it,
acne
bro? Your
everywhere.
balls are probably the size of fucking
Yeah.
olives. Like,
Yeah.
what the like, I don't think that's worth it, dude.
Yeah,
And you know what I mean? I don't know.
depends on the sport, right? Like for UFC, it's just cheating, flat out,
Yeah.
right? But
I just wouldn't want to have any of those side effects, though, dude.
oh yeah, dude, I did fucking tren when I was on show.
Oh, shit.
Bro, that was the worst. You get something called the tren cough. So essentially what it is it's the it's like not your immune system, your oh my God, I forget what it's called. It's rejecting it, long story short, and you just cough. It's like a death cough. And it's like crazy. Like you get like you can't sleep. You get like night sweats. So I had to do it right before a show. So like 4 weeks out from the show, you dry out, you take all these like I can go on this long. Yeah, it's fucked. Like halo testing, you take.
Yeah, you're in bodybuilding, though. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody's on that shit,
Dude,
though, right?
it's-
like that's
it's
the
like-
name of the game in bodybuilding.
No,
Yeah,
but yo,
well, you
you know-
have to do it.
dude,
Yeah, that's
It's
it's
fucked
different.
because it's like I'll do a whole fuck pop, but you get on and it's like these fuck things are happening to you and it's like normal. It's like no one. That's why you see all these guys dying and shit. Like
you know what's funny though is when you see a guy like I